service is yours today.
All right, Chris, you got a pen. That's good.
Okay.
Now flip over that piece of paper right there.
All right.
I'm going to have you make a pie chart or a list for me, whatever you prefer.
Okay.
Just have that in mind here. You're going to do some math.
All right, pie chart.
The cost of car insurance in Arizona is expected to increase by 22% according to Insurify.
Okay.
The average annual cost of car insurance, I'm very curious what you're drawing. The average annual cost of car insurance in Arizona was a little over $2,000 in June. The price is expected to go up over $150 by the end of the year.
Okay.
Repair rates, that's number one.
By the way, my my car insurance was more than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Repair rates is number one. Severity of claims, 2.
Okay.
Climate change, 3. And an increase in auto thefts is what insurers are saying is leading to increased operational costs.
Okay.
So what I need to know from you need to get those 4 to 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Repair rates.
Repair.
Repair rates, severity of claims, climate change, and an increase in auto thefts. Need them one more time or you go?
No.
So percentages that you blame each of those 4 things.
All right. Auto.
I sure hope it's like climate change, 98%.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how that factors in. What is the reason that climate change is costing them more money?
I just have the data here from Insurify. I wish I knew.
All right.
Maybe climate change, it's getting hotter or colder wherever we live, thus our cars are performing worse.
Auto thefts haven't really changed, so that is going to continue to contribute to only 25%.
Okay.
Okay.
So 1/4, all right.
Right, all right.
Okay.
Repair costs and claims have gone up because inflation has gone up. So I am going to say combined, they account for 25% of the increases. All right.
Okay.
Climate change makes up for the other 50%, but not for the reason you think, Joe.
Oh.
Climate change is actually the catch-all that just means we wanted to make more money for our shareholders.
That's not the increased insurers that's not the severity
operational
the
cost?
severity of claims?
No, that's the severity
So
is
that's
back here with
zero?
repairs. No, repairs and claims going up is 25%.
Oh, combined.
Auto
you took
thefts
those two.
and operational costs that hasn't gone
Climate
up.
change.
It's just code for we're greedy SOBs, and we're going to increase our profit.
Wow.
Yep.
I love what you did there.
Thank you.
It's on to you. Thank you.
Am I on to Pablo? Am I
Thank
right
you for
on
working
this?
through that. Climate change.
Let me see your pie chart.
Yeah.
Show us.
He's got it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went more bar.
Oh, bar
You know,
graph.
Oh, that's
Bar
good.
graph, yeah.
Okay.
What do you got?
Climate
Well done.
change.
Climate change.
Climate change.
Yeah.
The worst?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see there. What do you got? What else? What do you got at the left end? The lowest.
That's the repairs.
Yeah.
Repairs. Okay.
Yeah.
Claims, theft.
Yeah. Claims. That's good.
I
like
love
what
this
you did
fun
with that.
game that they play.
Billionaire entrepreneur Jared Isaacman is spending some of his fortune on a SpaceX rocket flight early tomorrow morning that's going to put a crew of 4 in the highest orbit since the Apollo era. And even more dramatically, the private crew of 4 will open the hatch and perform the first spacewalk by private astronauts. Joe, if money were no object, would walking in space be on your bucket list?
Chris, I don't even care for roller coasters.
Well,
I have never
considering.
flipped.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Considering how adventurous you are.
Yes, but once again, an adventure is defined by me, and by that story. Nice callback
once
again here.
We just redefined the word, and suddenly
the callback here is a trip of 20 plus miles.
Wouldn't that be like me saying I decide whether I'm good looking or not?
No, the story.
I'm handsome.
No, Buster Brown. The story said a trip of 20-ish miles or more. A trip to space is a little different.
That's an adventure.
Oh, it sure is.
Joe.
And it's not done every day.
Joe.
Yeah.
20 miles or more. Billions of miles or hundreds of thousands of miles would qualify as or more.
I'm good staying on this rock. I don't need to be shot into space.
Pablo?
I'm good with a flight.
I'm not good with the flight. I'm good if you could just get me up there and then let me out and walk
So
around.
we're beaming you up?
I don't know.
You just settle down over there.
Okay, Scotty, we're
Hey,
just going to
I'm
teleport
just
you into
telling you,
space.
I'm not okay with the flight. I mean,
just-
that'd be the most difficult part for me.
I just want Joe to take his adventurous
Golly.
voice down 30% there. It's just it's too much excitement for me, Joe.
Chris, good news. When we get you into space, we're going to beam Pablo up into space as
I'm
well.
giving it all I can, Captain.
I love that.
So
I
we're
love
going to
that idea.
vaporize him here and then just shoot him up into
Would you
space.
spacewalk?
Yeah, I would if I could
I
get
would,
there.
too.
Yeah, I would.
I would be nervous about the tether for the first
way
few minutes,
nervous,
but then
way nervous.
kind of like bungee jumping, like you're just
I tried-
hoping the bungee holds.
you
I'd bring
done
my own
that?
tether as well.
Yeah.
You have bungee jump?
Wow.
Wow, where'd you do that?
I was at a fair. I wasn't that high. They just took you up.
Like a crane or something?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you jumped off of it. But
Yeah.
I realized the pavement comes at you really, really fast because I jumped head first. And listen, I've jumped off bridges and things into rivers and lakes.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
But I was jumped feet first, and when I was bungee jumping, I jumped head first, and that was a lot scarier.
Learn something new about Merrill every day.
Why is this a surprise? You're an adventurous guy. How come you haven't done all of this stuff?
My adventures are more simple. Yours are more bold.
Why is it I've rolled a car, I've
I'm not-
jumped off of a lighthouse and a train bridge?
I'm not taking
right?
your adventures away from you. You're denying
I've-
me of my adventure.
I've nearly died many times. Pablo, I'm sure you're in the
Yeah,
same
that's-
boat, right? It's just kind of like being a guy.
Yep.
But you're like, no, I'm very adventurous. I used to go to bed sometimes after 7:30.
Hey, Buster, I definitely stay up later than you.
Sometimes I stay up without even taking a nap first.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Let's not be crazy here.
All right, back to you.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg says the Biden administration officials have pressured Facebook in the past to censor some COVID-19 content during the pandemic. The White House pushed back on this, and when confronted with a deadly pandemic, this is their quote right here. When confronted with a deadly pandemic, this administration encouraged responsible actions to protect public health and safety. Chris, whose side are you on this one? White House or Zuck?
I think the answer is in the middle.
Now, the White House went on to say, our position has been clear and consistent. We believe tech companies and other private actors should take into account the effects their actions have on the American people
So is that pressure if they...
while making
Okay.
independent choices about the information they present.
Okay, so the way that the story is written, it sounds like the Biden administration is trying to censor Facebook. Facebook says they got pressure to correct stories.
And the White House would sit there and say, this was a pandemic. We were trying to save lives.
Yeah. Why is Zuckerberg saying this right now? And show me the emails then. Right? Just show me how the emails were phrased so I have context. But we're not getting that. We're getting Zuckerberg says that they pressured him to censor things.
So
the White
he's
House
trying to
says,
do it as a First Amendment thing.
the White House is not denying that there were conversations, though, either. So I do think there certainly were conversations. What's the context of those conversations? That's where I'm not going to pick a side quite yet.
I
don't buy it.
If you get into the news business, I feel you have an obligation to stick to the truth. If you are in the news business.
Yeah.
And many in the news business have gotten into the opinion business,
Okay.
getting away from the news business.
Let me
Push back.
push back on you a little bit here.
Okay.
So we were told by scientists that wearing a mask would significantly decrease the rate of transmission, right?
Yeah.
Subsequently, we're hearing that the mask stuff really didn't have a large impact whatsoever.
So follow the story and report the facts as they're presented to you.
Okay, but if at the beginning you're saying the facts are that the wearing a mask, for instance, or if Facebook has a post that are saying masks don't work, and the White House is saying just follow the facts. The facts are masks work, but then later on we go, well, the masks weren't as impactful with stopping the spread of transmission. Okay, so where were the facts? Because in both cases you were appealing to authority without data.
Good point.
That's it.
I would argue, again, follow the story, though. And the facts that you have can certainly evolve. And if you are wrong, you should come out and admit that you were wrong.
Oh, God. No.
Yeah.
No, you don't ever admit that you're wrong. Have you learned nothing for the last 8 years?
Well, you never admit you're wrong, and you do it every day.
I know.
You just get louder.
I'm showing you how it's done.
I know. I don't learn, though. I continue to admit I'm wrong.
Thanks for watching The Chris and Joe Show. Click to see more from Chris and Joe, and tap the button in the middle to subscribe to KTAR News.